do you think of the, 3-game winning streak, just overall, how the team's been playing over this 3-game stretch?
Yeah, very exciting. I think so many good things. Team win again. This was a ultimate team win. So much good contribution from everybody, players, coaches, the whole organization. Probably the joy with which our players are playing football, the way they're competing. To me, that stands out the most. From my view of the battlefield, and I hear that from my dad. Said it comes through on the TV screen, and I really think it comes through. For those that are watching in the stands. I think people see that in our team. But to me, that's the thing that stands out the most. The joy our guys are playing football, the joy they have competing together. Competing together. There's times. I had to take off the headset and go, "This is awesome." Third down, big third down coming, and our crowd is, best it's been. So, I hear it, walking around, town, picking up Addie from a basketball clinic she was coaching at today. Just bolt up and love the way the team plays, and this player, that player. Seeing people with jerseys. I think people are seeing same thing I'm seeing, which is, the best part is just how our guys are playing. Just the joy they have playing. Am I wrong? That's the impression I get. So that's the best. That's the best part to me.
Do you look at Sunday's games, like earlier in the season before you guys played Pittsburgh? You kind of said, "We'll find out what we are." Do you look at Cincinnati in a similar way you would look at a team like that that's been to the playoffs as a test to see what the team is made of?
I already think I know. So I know what our guys are now. I know what we are, who we are, and I know our guys they're going to be in the battle rhythm. It's already started today. Guys are pulling sleds and farmer carries, and they're in the weight room. They're watching the tape. It's their off day, and it's just gonna build. Happy birthday, Ladd McConkey. Hope he enjoys his birthday and punched his ticket for another trip around the sun. Congratulations. They're going to play as hard as they can, as fast as they can, as long as they can, and they're going to give it their very best. So I know what our guys are going to do. Big challenge. I know our guys are they're just not afraid of any challenge or any new challenge, and they're going to attack it.
You mentioned a few times the last couple of days about guys playing for each other, sort of that togetherness that you've sensed from the team. As you're building a new program, when in the process do you notice that and know that you have that togetherness that you're looking for in a team?
Yeah, it's just surfaces in different ways, various ways, along the way. But first, just they're happy for each other's success. They're happy for the other guy's success. They you see a guy make a toughness play. Like you heard Khalil talk about it, right? He said, you see a leader like Justin Herbert, the way he, the toughness he plays with, and that brings it out and brings it out in you, brings it out in other people. It's just puts steel in your spine, and that becomes infectious. Talked about it, so many times. Just different different guy. I could point to each guy, almost every guy on the team, and just what I get out of, some of their virtues and adapt it into, my own personality. So I just imagine that's what other guys are doing as well. I mean, I've taken on the personality of this team and individual players throughout the team.
The joy that guys are getting for each other, like celebrating each other's plays, is that something that you came in and preached that you kind of wanted to do, or like they just did it themselves?
I just adapted it. I just pretty much, I take on the personality of the team, wherever I go, and let's said it from the beginning. This, whether it's whoever it is, the love that Derwin James has for football, I gravitated to that, immediately. The humble warrior that Khalil Mack is. I mean, man, I want to be like that. Everything about Justin Herbert, everything about Khalil Mack, everything about Derwin James, and Denzel Perryman. I want to be tough like Denzel Perryman. I want to. J.K. Scott, spiritual guidance. I mean, I want that. I want what he has. That joy that he has. J.K. Dobbins. I mean, the toughness, the competitiveness, the confidence. I want to take on a little bit of that. I want a lot of that in my personality and in my life. To keep going, it's just infectious. Derwin James, nothing like it. Not preach, just give me some of that.
Some of your players acknowledge the stretch that you have coming up here, the next 5 games, quarterbacks are facing, the level of the teams. How do you, I guess for you, what goes into preventing players from looking too far ahead, getting too big picture, looking at a stretch coming up? Like, what goes in for you to making sure that players don't do that? Unless you want them to do that.
Just the battle rhythm. You get into a battle rhythm as next 1 week league. I think everybody understands what that is and what needs to go in terms of preparation to give yourself a better chance to be successful in that game. But I'll tell you another example, because it happened, right? I mean, Justin held onto that ball when nobody else would have held onto that ball. I mean, the way he was hit and the way his arm was hit, it'd be impossible to hold on to the ball. Literally anybody else but him would not. They would have fumbled it immediately. Nobody could have finished a throwing motion and thrown the ball 10 to 15 yards. I forgot to tell you, I asked him at halftime, how'd you hang on to that ball? And he said, carrying the bricks, coach. And that reminded me of the summer. Coach Sanjay Lal has these bricks that he has the receivers carry. They'll go across the field, back. You might have saw it during OTAs and training camp. And he wanted to get those bricks here, but they couldn't ship them down from, I guess, Seattle, where he was before. So Chad Jessup, who works with our quarterbacks, works with the equipment staff, does everything, pretty much anything and everything he can for the team. But I remember Chad went to Home Depot, got those bricks, and they're kind of like, what would you call them, like stacking bricks, paving bricks, wall bricks, kind of octagon shaped, but thick, like probably weigh like, I'd estimate 30 pounds. And I remember one day looking out the window, we were down in Hogue in Orange County, and Chad was out there with like a gas mask, painting these bricks, different paints on it, and he used some kind of can out of the training room to give it more grip. I can't remember what the kind of paint was. You could grab a brick. I mean, Smitty will give you a brick, if you wanted to check it out. But I remember Justin was, I mean, he'd see the receivers do it, and then he would go do it, you know, and he would just, you know, carry him one field back to the other field. I mean, he was really good at carrying those bricks, but just stuff like that. Just guys, everybody, I mean, doing anything and everything they can to help the team, including, you know, they're called keystones. How about that? There's an interesting, you know, the keystone. Some guys could have said, yeah, you know, get your own bricks, or it's not my job. But Colonel Jessup, we call him. That's kind of his nickname from A Few Good Men. Chad Jessup gets these bricks, gets them painted, gets the grip paint on it, so Justin Herbert and our receivers can carry those bricks and increase their grip strength. It's just, I mean, it's the kind of stuff that, you know, inspires you, and now you look back and go, that might have been the key play of the game, you know. Could have been the key play of maybe it was the key play of the season. You don't know. You don't know. It's going to be one of them when it's all said and done. No matter how well we do, we're going to look back and go, that was one of the key plays of the season. And, you know, credit those that made it happen, you know. Justin carrying those bricks, Sanjay for having the idea to have those bricks, Chad Jessup for, you know, going above and beyond to get the best kind of brick. It's just cool. It's exciting. Makes you, that kind of thing's infectious. So, nothing I preached, you know. So, it's just some of the exciting stuff that happens when you're on a team, you know, when you're part of a hive. You know, it's cool. That's why I love it so much.
With the right guard rotation, Foster came in for those two series, end of the first quarter, end of the second quarter. Was that the plan?
It was.
So Jamari was going to get the first two, and then Foster 2, and then Jamari for the rest of the game.
Yeah, we're gonna competitors welcome. Wanted to see what Jamari could do. Wanted to see what Foster could do, and yeah, it was very good. I thought you know, both played well. Jamari played probably a little bit better, and then we rolled with Jamari the rest of the game. Yeah.
You mentioned the O-line last night and their post-game pressure. What, after watching the tape, what specifically stood out about that group?
There might have been a missed block here, you know, had a pressure there, but they just played, you know, assignment well. Like I say, you know, air free. You know, there was one here or there, but not many. Played really together, as good as a group. No sacks. Had a pressure, had a hit. Moved people in the running game. You know, I thought you know, another really good, just a good step. Zion Johnson, I thought he had one of his best games. You know, really in control. Rashawn Slater, pass protection, you know, very elite. Joe Alt, really one of his best run blocking games. You know, good to see Jamari have a really good game. Bose again, you know, not calling it his best game, but I mean, he was still, you know, all the communication but maybe, you know, maybe one of our best overall games in terms of protection and run blocking, you know, putting it together for 4 quarters. I also thought it was the best game that we played as an offense. No turnovers. You know, the drives that the offense put together, keeping the ball away from you know, their offense. More limited number of plays that we had to defend as a defense. 3 straight drives for touchdowns. You know, getting the ball, finishing it in the end zone. You know, I thought it was arguably our best game offensively, and the offensive line was integral.
With DJ Shark, only ended up with 1 snap. Just is he still sort of working his way past that injury at this point?
Yeah, I would say it's more of a you know, an affirmation for what the receiver room is doing as a whole. I mean, when you look at Ladd McConkey, probably his best game, most complete game. I mean, from a technique standpoint, I mean, it's a technique game, football, and receiver is a technique position, and he just keeps getting better and better. You know, his blocking was outstanding. Did a great job blocking the safety more than a few times, and then after, you know, about the third or fourth time, you could see their safety start to look him up and was getting himself out of the safety was getting himself out of the run fit because he was, you know, Ladd was doing what he was supposed to do, distract him and block him. But Josh Palmer, you know, again, he's playing really good football, ascending, getting better and better. Quentin, you know, doing the same thing, and the other guy I'm just thrilled with is Jalen Reagor. You know, football player. He might be, you know, just in terms of savvy, in terms of, I mean, made a contribution in special teams, block, catch, getting in the right spot. I mean, I know it was a negative, ended up being a tackle for a loss, but that's probably the best catch and run for a tackle for a loss I've seen in a long time. So I'm just super pleased how those guys were playing, and you know, wasn't an opportunity to take one of them out of the rotation.
All right, let's go.
Fans this Sunday night for a big game at SoFi. So